According to the data analysis by Mighty Earth, named Sweet Nothings, how the chocolate industry has failed to honor promises to end deforestation in cocoa supply chains, overall levels of deforestation remain near record highs 4.5 years after chocolate companies and governments committed in the Cocoa and Forest Initiative to a ban on establishing any new cocoa farms. Within cocoa growing areas, Côte d'Ivoire has lost 19,421 hectares of its forest cover, while Ghana has lost an astonishing 39,497 hectares of forest cover, with a high rate of deforestation of 3.9%. Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana are estimated to have lost 80 to 90% of their forested area over the last few decades, in a large part to make way for cocoa farms, according to the report. Rights-based campaign and advocacy organization Ecocare Ghana is hence calling for this disturbing situation to be checked immediately. Obed Owusu-Adai, the managing campaigner at Ecocare Ghana, speaking to the media, suggested that a deforestation monitoring mechanism will help check land encroachment and illegal farming.
It's about time that we forgot about especially the private sector, chocolate industry, forgot about their parochial interest and look at the greater interest of Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire and begin to work with governments to establish a credible forest monitoring system with the data that they have and the data that Cocoa Board and Forest Commission is also collating, put them together and we can identify where illegal farms encroachments are and we work towards resolving that problem. If we don't do that, the recommendation from this report is that all this talk of sustainability and especially today is Chocolate Day and Valentine's Day, probably the next 10 years, Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire might not be producing the cocoa at that quantum, and I'm sure you might have read China has begun or has come into the space and they are also producing a lot of cocoa, and our lands will not be sustainable enough to sustain cocoa production.